Check, check. Hello. Alright, I have to turn the screen off because I'll just be staring at it. I look so tired. Check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, check, check. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. It's July 18th, 2024. It's 12:40 in the morning. Right now I'm at the house in Kata. And yeah, I felt like making a video. Not really sure why yet. I think these videos have always helped me figure out like where I am with things, helped me really nail out like what I'm doing day to day and where I am with my goals. And yeah, I really fell off making these videos. I was doing them very strongly when I was staying consistent when I first got here. Sorry if I seem so out of it. I'm just quite tired, and I wanted to do something for a little bit before going to bed, giving myself some time to like cool down. And yeah, lots happened in the past 2 months. It's actually been kind of hard the past 2 months. Yeah, about a month ago I broke up with A, and about nearly a week ago now I moved into this place. Andy came and moved here to Thailand. He's been here for almost a month, and he's trying to figure out how he can stay here in terms of finances. Yeah, still working for the studio. I think that I felt pretty off track lately. But I also feel like lately I've just been in the mind space of like trying to keep up with everything. But let's just talk about today. Today I actually woke up not feeling good, which it's connected to yesterday. I woke up feeling not very good because I was so exhausted. I did not have a good night routine, and I woke up very willy-nilly, and the power went out last night, so I didn't have like a fan or air conditioning or anything, so I was just really hot. Yeah. And I woke up with a headache, just feeling groggy and tired, and I think I was just lacking a lot of electrolytes. And I still feel a bit this way. That's why I seem so out of it. Yeah. Check, check. But yeah, I've really... Alright, let me stay on track. Woke up this morning. Got my stuff together, went to the office. Got to the office and planned out the day a little bit more. Nobody was at the office, so I was trying to make sure that I was able to contact like the guys in the studio to make sure I wasn't just like, they didn't just think I was fucking dipping out today with no contact. But I got to the office and found out that the power had gone out in Katu for one of the guys, and that the internet was being very, very weird at the studio. So I ended up just, figuring out where I was, sending my schedule to the group chat, and then going back home because I just felt so out of it, and I was barely there. Came home and tried to find some energy. Just kind of like hung around very willy-nilly, looking at my phone, talking with Andy. Some guys came and installed the internet here, so we have good Wi-Fi here now, which is awesome. Yeah, a little bit after that I went to Apollo and shot some stuff. I shot S&C, Muay Thai, and a little bit of boxing, all of those classes. After that I went and dropped back by the office again, spoke with Andrew a little bit, and played around with the cats, spoke about tomorrow, spoke with Hash about tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be recording Marisa Bevy. We're going to go to Tiger, and I'm going to record the wrestling session with him. And yeah, so after I spoke with Hash, I went home, got here, hung out with Andy, talked with him a little bit, just kind of laid back, chilled on my phone, and just fucked off a little bit. And me and Andy went and got food, came back here, traded a little bit with Andy and with Nick over the phone. Yeah, put some trades in, just paper trading on the NASDAQ E-mini micros. Still just kind of understanding it. I'm trading it like it's a meme coin, and it's been going okay, but yeah, I've been advised by Nick to take a different approach to it. And then also I took the paper trading, like the account balance, down from 100,000 to $100. And yeah, as soon as I was looking at that number and realizing how much of my account I was risking, it felt very, very different. And I actually didn't even end up getting into a trade. Oh, and I called my mom. I called my mom after I got home from dinner and talked with her for about 20 minutes, and that was good. Yeah. Yeah, but me and Andy hung out a little bit after we finished trading. We just shot the shit with Nick over the phone, and then Andy went to bed. I went in my room and just kind of like fucked off and watched YouTube videos. And then I watched an episode of Cowboy Bebop, and then yeah, I was trying to think of what I could do to just spend some time cooling down without hyper stimulation, right? And yeah, I think contemplating like where I am on a day-to-day basis, I don't feel that great. I feel disorganized, disorientated, unconfident, fearful. Yeah, things have been hard. Like, I was really hoping that, I'm almost 10 months in and I still am not covering all of my expenses. And that's not an easy thing to accept. And, I'm so thankful that I had the opportunity to go and try and do this. But something I have to contemplate is I never really ran the numbers of how long I could do this. I put a number in my head how much money I was okay with spending before I went home or before I got like a remote job, and those numbers have whizzed by, for sure. And I have a stable job, but it doesn't cover all the expenses right now. So we're just gradually nicking away at those savings, and of course we're like making some money in crypto, which is really good. But yeah, definitely not enough to cover the expenses. So we're gradually just chipping away. Yeah, and I think Andy set a budget for himself of, I think it was like 2,500. And a few days ago he was like, "Yeah, I have $600 left," and he was stressing out about it a lot because he had a whole month and a week left because he wanted to come for 2 months. Yeah, and now he's in the space of like, I gotta figure out how to make money here. How am I gonna make money here? And seeing him stress about it, I'm like, man, I've been very, very carefree. I'm very lucky to have been able to be put in the position to be carefree like that. And yeah, I want to make sure that I don't take it for granted. I want to acknowledge the decision that I'm choosing, which is to like slowly spend this money in the way that I am. But at this, like simultaneously, I need to go like, how am I spending this time? I don't want to put too much pressure on myself in terms of like, how am I spending this time? But at the same time, yeah, I think that I need to. I think that I need to push myself. I can't find myself being lazy, being ungrateful, taking it for granted. And I definitely have at different points. Definitely taken on different responsibilities I didn't need to take on, like a girlfriend, providing for that girl, even though I loved doing it for a portion of time. It didn't make sense, and I think I was lying to myself. There's a lot of things to unpack. Yeah, I think that at a certain point, like let's say I hit a certain number of my savings left, I have to go like, okay, how much longer can I do this before I don't have any more savings? Like I wouldn't want to go back to America with nothing. But also I'm trying to, I think I have, actually I don't want to say any figures. But yeah, I have just shy of half. And saying that out loud feels crazy. But at the same time, all of the experiences that I've had, everything that I've gone through, it feels worth it. I'm afraid to go back home. I don't want to go back home. Like, life feels so different. The idea of going back home and accepting that, like, I didn't achieve exactly what I wanted to. And going back home and going like, where am I going? Where am I going to go from here? But at the same time, it's definitely not the end of the world. It's definitely like, yeah, I'm 19. So, it's not the end of the world, and it wouldn't be awful. And I think when I look back on it when I was older, I don't think I would have regretted it. I think I would regret it if I spent all the money though. For sure. I think I would. But yeah, I've definitely given myself a chance. And I would be lying if I said I gave it my all, but I'd be stupid if I didn't say that I've put in a lot of effort. I've really, really worked hard. And I'll keep doing it. But I think that I really do need to look at it like logistically. Look at some numbers and go like, what do I need to start making? All of it's been very, very willy-nilly, like just going along with it, just like knowing, I want to make content, so let me make content. I want to make money, so let me try to make money. And really just going from there, not having like a great idea of where I am with the finances. And I think it's because it stressed me out so much. I was so afraid. Yeah, I've gotten to do a lot of wonderful things. I've gotten to meet a lot of amazing, wonderful people. I've gotten to make a lot of mistakes. I've gotten to make a lot of great decisions. I've gotten to know so many good people and make so many good connections and do so many good things. I've gotten to feel awful about myself. I've gotten to feel great about myself. I've gotten to help people. I've been able to make mistakes and hurt people. I've gotten to live on my own. I've gotten to live on my own. I've gotten to understand so much more about myself and grow. And when I'm thinking about all of these things and contemplating the pros and the cons, I have to think about the good things. I do, because it's so easy to get caught up in the fear of it all. For sure. It's really good having a friend here. It's really good having Andy here. And I say it to him, but I don't think I can communicate to him to the extent of how grateful I am that he's here. Just because, it feels like I have a brother here. A brother that's in nearly the same position as me. A brother that is the same age as me, from the same place as me, the same mindset, the same goals as me. Yeah. But yeah, let's look at it from here, like where we are right now, where I'd like to be going. Working on this content that's coming up, I'm really excited to do it, and I'm really, really interested in fucking doing it. We have a really good idea. We found an example account. It's called Mega American, and he makes really, really good videos. I did a whole analysis of his account and came up with a little bit of a timeline of what he did, and I'm not quite sure if it was purposeful or if he knew that he'd be making the videos that he's making today. God, I'd love to talk to that guy. But yeah, so we looked at it from a standpoint of like, he built the account up from these videos that were incredibly repeatable. And from that point, he developed a audience. He worked himself into that niche, and without those videos in the beginning of what set the stage for his account, he wouldn't be able to do what he's doing and getting millions and millions of views doing it. But contemplating with Andy what kind of content we want to make, undoubtedly every time it's travel. Like, we want to travel, we want to document the experiences of living and traveling outside of America, or hell, maybe even in America one day, just fucking traveling. Yeah. So we took inspiration from him. Quite honestly, we're copying him a little bit. We're having a map printed. I'm going to put it on this wall right here. We're going to set up the FX and some lighting, because the studio just has great gear, and film some videos to set the stage for the account, right? So I'm really excited for that. In next month, I think that I am going to America. I'm going back to America to film with Maurice and then film Maurice's fight, and that's really fucking exciting. I think the only thing that is breaking me up is the idea that I might have to spend money, that's what kind of feels outlandish. Talking with Maurice, it seems like he's trying to finagle something to where he wanted to pay for he offered to pay for my housing, to give me a food budget, and pay for my flight there. And I said, man, what about the flight back? And then also we have to think about gear. Like, I have to have a camera. I don't have a camera. It's the quality that he wants. So I need a camera. I could borrow a lens from the studio. I already talked with Andrew. But then we have to think about, like, flights, camera, and just general expenses outside of housing and food, right? Yeah, but the whole setup cost for him, for me to be able to do the job, is like at least like $800, $900, right? But also, it's not like that money's going out the window. Then I have an asset, and in terms of content creation, it'd be really good to have. I just have the base because I'd be borrowing the lens, but it would be really good to have a base, like an A7 Mark III or Mark IV or something around those lines. Tastes like chicken curry. But yeah, I think some trouble that I've been finding myself falling into is really just kind of like doing things very willy-nilly as I please and not remaining disciplined. Instant gratification has been a big part of my life as of lately. Yeah, after I broke up with I fell into like a pretty hard porn hole, bro. Fell into a pretty hard porn hole. So coming out of it, then it was like I think I clinged on to other things, clinged on to weed, clinged on to tobacco, clinged on to scrolling, and just 1, 2, 3 instant gratification, whatever it is. So having trouble breaking away from that. I'm gonna make sure we're still recording. 22 minutes, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I started making daily videos for a little bit. And I really enjoyed doing that. But I started to feel like, I was just like, what the hell am I gonna make videos about? Writing for me is one of the harder parts. Like finding what I make the videos about. But yeah, like, I do have a really good routine. Like what we've been doing lately. I've been going to work every day, of course. And this is like a must, of course. Like, I just have to go into the studio and make sure I do this stuff. But I feel like I've been lacking. Nobody's even said that to me. Which I'm blessed to be able to have guys around me that give me this opportunity and allow me to, fuck off and fucking make mistakes and take the opportunity for granted. Yeah. But yeah, I want to fall back into more delayed gratification. I want to fall back into a little bit of a healthier lifestyle, a little bit more of a mindful lifestyle. I want to get some morning and nightly routines again. I need to get those back. And I want to start making videos again. Whether it's the fucking daily videos or whether it's I really want to start making these video logs again, because they really help me figure out where I am with all of it. And I know that also being able to look back at these video logs and going like, that's where I was. I think that lately I've felt so afraid and stressed and scared and not sure, so unsure. and lying to myself that I'm okay. I really haven't been that okay lately. And I think physically feeling ill yesterday and today has very much made me lean into that reality and understand, like, oh wait, I really am stressed and afraid and scared and unsure. But yeah, it's like, if I don't know where I am in all of it, then of course I'm going to be unsure and confused and unconfident. Meditating, I want to start meditating again. Yeah, but things are good. I'm in this kata house, and this kata house is beautiful, and the landlord is incredibly kind, from what we can tell so far. The view is amazing, and the weather is good right now. Now let me quickly show you what this looks like. This is just the living room. And here you are. Yeah. Check. But anyway, I'm thinking that I should sum this video up pretty soon here. Yeah. Main takeaways. Work on try to reduce the amount of activities that immediately give instant gratification. Try to increase the activities that you do that give delayed gratification. Make more videos, daily videos, whether it's the video log or whether it's the daily video that's like the short form stuff that's a minute long. Meditate more and get a morning and night routine, and try to get your sleeping schedule down, because being sporadic with this is just like, I'm in such a beautiful place, and I'm finding myself like, the first couple of days actually waking up was amazing, but the past couple of days it's been hard because I've just been so sporadic with my sleep, and what a fucking bullshit way to fuck it up, right? Yeah. Today is July 18th, 2024. It is 1:07 a.m. and I hope you enjoyed today. If you were live on this day today, I'll see you tomorrow.